This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Some have identified current Minister of Tourism, the Honourable Obie Wilchcombe, as a prime candidate for leadership within the PLP. But tonight he's making his position on the leadership race very clear.
He's also speaking candidly about the position of his party among Bahamians as they head for what is shaping up to be a defining convention for the party. Clint Watson, in the first of a two-part series, talks with the minister about the future of the PLP and its leadership.
We also have to be honest with the Bahamian people. We can't tell the Bahamian people crap. We have to tell the Bahamian people the truth.
Strong words from Tourism Minister Obie Wilchcombe as he reflects on the position of his party going into November's General Convention.
Where we have failed, where we have fallen down, where we've not made the strides that we ought to have made, we have to say that. Bahamian people accept the truth. They're not going to accept you if you're going to bull them. They want to hear you telling them, okay, you're not here yet, but where are you going? They want to hear a vision. They want to know where you're taking me. The party itself needs to look at its restructuring. The party has to become much more organized. The party has to become a party that is dealing with the issues related to our constituents.
The PLP MP for West Grand Bahama and Bimini says the party must recognize that there is a strong emerging youth voice within that cannot be ignored nor disrespected.
They want to be included. But where are we today? The truth is, when Sir Lyndon was around and the generation of Sir Lyndon were concerned about the social and political revolution, I think the focus today should be the economic revolution. I think we should be focusing on now where we're going to go and how people are going to become owners of the rock, entrepreneurs in our country. PLP should ensure that our tent is wide open now, get more people inside, get them more involved, have them participating, bring them to the table so that they can play a role, because we have one country. We're the government. Let's do all we can to take the country forward.
He's clear that his aspirations for leadership of the party are only hinged on if Prime Minister Christie decides not to run. The Christie loyalist says it's all about being patient.
Perry Christie is a man I support. I believe in the quality of loyalty. I believe that you must stand for something. You must believe in something. Christie is an individual who I believe underrated. I think some people are unfair to him. I think because he doesn't beat his own chest and he doesn't talk about what he does, but most of the people who criticize him, he opened the doors for them. He gave them opportunities. Most of those who are out there making all the statements now, he opened the doors for them when some of us didn't support them. He made us support them. He said, here's a young man, give him the opportunity. But he's paid a price for it. He's paid a price for his, and perhaps making it that statement true, that no good deed goes unpunished. He's punished for his good deeds, and he did so much to help people.
In the second part of this report, Minister Wilchcombe talks candidly about the leadership of Prime Minister Perry Christie. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Environment Minister the Honourable Kendra Dorset is investigating circumstances surrounding the alleged sale of that piece of property that provides access to Cabbage Beach on Paradise Island. Well, a notice has been posted stating that as of October 8th this year, the public will no longer be able to access Cabbage Beach as the owner intends to develop the property. Dorset says he has recently been made aware of the matter and is investigating.
When I was notified about the matter, albeit through social media, I immediately asked the managing director of the Public Parks, Public Beaches Authority to investigate the matter. And so I'm hoping to be briefed on it to ensure that we understand exactly what is transpiring. Clearly it is a matter that also involves a legal review as to rights in land. But ultimately, the mandate that I've given the Public Parks, Public Beaches Authority is to ensure that there is public access to beaches, particularly on the island of New Providence. And so it's a matter that we will look into, and once I am briefed by all of the various entities, I will speak to the Bahamian people.
Residents of Exuma got together this weekend determined to keep the island clean, green, and pristine.
Our Julian Gibson was there as the drive kicked off.
On Saturday, residents of Exuma and friends of that island embarked on a cleanup campaign to restore the beauty of their island. It's a project spearheaded by the local government district.
This is just the beginning. We've been talking about this for years. Now we've been able to put it together. through this group called Loving Exuma. You know, we've had this 3-year study with Harvard, and we've done a lot of talking about it, but now we're actually on the ground. We're doing it. We've come together under Brian Strawn. We've got a very strong chairman of our East Township, and he's asked us to come together and do this.
I took it upon myself to gather a bunch of people, and we're going to be the gatekeepers for Georgetown. We're calling ourselves the Exuma Beautification Committee, and our theme is Loving Exuma. We're starting here in Georgetown with phase 1, which is cleanup, and following that we'll go into 4 other stages and bring Georgetown up to par to be the capital that it ought to be.
Now, residents have totally bought into keeping Exuma clean.
We've been trying now for, I would say, primary school for me. And I'm very excited about this. We have a good turnout. And I hope that we can go on to phase 3 and then we can move on out to the entire Exuma.
The whole idea is for everyone to take pride in their island and by extension your country. And it starts with us as leaders in the community to set the example, set the pace. And I'm only too pleased to be a part of it all. I'm not one of the organizers, I'm just one of the supporters. And all heads of department in Exuma are expected to be a part of these projects.
Reporting for the ZNS News Network, I'm Julian Gibson.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Cleopatra Murphy. The Bahamas Institute of Financial Services annual week of seminars starts tomorrow at the British Colonial Hilton Hotel. For the past 30 years, the Institute assembles local industry professionals in an open forum to discuss issues impacting the financial services sector. This year's seminar has been reformatted into an international conference with a view to expanding their reach to include professionals from institutes in the region and around the world. Financial Services Minister Hope Strawn will open the event at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you're interested in purchasing the government's treasury notes, you only have 3 more days to do so. Royal Fidelity is among the brokers offering the treasury notes starting this Friday, September 18th, and closes on Monday, September 21st. And in international business news, the World Bank has warned developing countries to brace themselves for possible financial turbulence when the U.S. Federal Reserve starts to raise interest rates. It could come as early as Thursday. The bank says it is possible that there would be sufficient disruption to capital flows in developing countries to harm economic growth and financial stability. That's your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
The Youth Zone is returning for Season 4 on October 6th, and Program Manager Tanya McFall promises more provocative topics, guests with more expertise, and more local and international acts. The show is holding auditions on Saturday from 10 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon here at ZNS, and the team is looking for young people 15 and over that are interested in making a difference in society. McFall says there are many issues that face young people today that they hope to bring to the forefront with the show, and the driven team they hope to attract. Panelist Thurman Roll says the show has been a rewarding experience and has given him a medium to voice his opinions on topics that matter to young people. He issued an appeal for young people to audition.
We are looking for persons who are interested in the different areas of journalism, who have organizations in the schools who should be highlighted for the work that they've done. We're also looking for persons from whatever background that you have. There's something that you can bring to the table. For the audition applications, please contact us at cwatson@znsbahamas.com. Contact us on our Facebook page, or you can stop by at ZNS. But before Friday, because the audition applications have to be in by Friday in order to be considered for Saturday's event.
If you think that you are an asset, or you can be an asset to the show, that you should come out, and that anyone who has a voice or who wants their voice to be heard, they should come out to the show.
What's 130 kilometers long and 6 kilometers wide and has the Tropic of Cancer running through it? If you answered Long Island, you're right. With that bit of trivia, BTC Island Connection takes a look at how the industrious island stays connected.
She has a long list of responsibilities. But every now and again, even Island Administrator Tues Bethel has to let her hair down.
I'm more so your CNN, ABC, some of the National Geographic channels and those types of programs, ZNS.
Those are her favorites on the BTC TV service she's currently testing. But Bethel spends most of her days behind this desk and on the road, keeping the island running.
We rely heavily on that level of communication to keep us in touch and to keep business going so that we're not hampered. There are times when we have emergency correspondence that come to this office. I need to get it in the north. Phone calls, I need to be contacted in the north. When the north needs something done, and on an emergency level, we depend on that connection that BTC offers us. What's been happening in terms of the logging of our expenditure?
Bethel uses internet service which accommodates this intergovernmental software as well, making the distance between Long Island, the capital, and elsewhere shorter.
For now, this office and local government office is on the QuickBooks system, but customs and the other government agencies, they're also on the Government One system where they are on a timely basis logging in their financial accounting reports, and their departments and NASA are able to see what is happening with finances, revenue generated, and expenditure. So those things are important for us to be able to do business in an archipelagic nation.
And when the tourist office is ready to give an update?
The Long Island Tourism Office communicating with me about the upcoming Gombe summer so that she keeps me informed of all of their plans for any of their events.
Based on these conveniences, Bethel has come to this conclusion about BTC.
Very reliable. We depend heavily on BTC services, whether it is our mobile, our hardline, our internet, and so we've been pleased.
Keishla Adderley for the BTC Island Connection.